That's a shitty crack open.
What's going on, everybody? I got some smash soda, lime gin soda. Yes, queen. I am Tomcat, aka Tom Thompson, and welcome to the Strange Brew podcast. Once again, we're back inside of your ear holes. We're back inside the canals of your eardrum. And who am I with today?
Oh, the old HP Shivcraft yet again.
What's Anton going on, everybody? Is back in the house.
Anton, what's up?
Fucking Kaiju dig it. He's a Pokemon.
Can you dig it though? Kaiju?
Can you dig it? Booker T. Yep. That was Booker T, right?
So it was Booker T, but it was originally the Warriors. That movie where the dude's clinking the fucking glass bottles and shit.
Oh yeah. Come out and play.
Yep.
Did you ever see Booker T say the N-word like live on it?
Apparently they used to have to edit his shit all the time because he would just let it fly. And
really?
Vince was like, yeah.
You gotta stop saying that, bro.
Yep, pretty much.
That's fun.
This isn't ECW, god damn it. Can't be dropping the N-bomb every 3 minutes.
So this will be fun because we're just going to get into something interesting that I just found out about. I kind of heard slightly of this, but I think this topic is kind of funny and a strange one, that's for sure. And we're slowly creeping up to that Halloween season. So might as well talk about something, a weird, strange topic of a mad gasser. It's the mad gasser of Matoon.
Oops, that was me, bro. I had burritos last night. I'm sorry.
The Mad Gasser of Mattoon, everybody. We are in it. We are inside of his theories and his mind. We are inside. So during the mid-1940s, there was panic all over in Matoon, Illinois. Do you know where that is? Do you ever been to Illinois?
I've been to Illinois, yes. I've never been to Matoon. I've been to, like, the shitty podunk parts of Illinois, and I was stuck in Chicago for like 4 hours once on a train ride, but that's it.
Canada's bigger than the States, technically, but you guys, we're a lot of just like really shitty cold places that nobody wants to go. Mm-hmm. So it's like in the States, there's so many just different places to go with a bunch of different wacky characters. You go one way and you go to Florida, and then you got Juan scratching his Puerto Rican ass selling fucking oranges on the side of the highway. And then, and then you go like to Brooklyn. It's like, oh, you got a cigarette, and everyone's aggressive. And, and they go to Texas and they're like, sorry, you can't abort your babies here.
Yeah. That's Jesus Christ. I met the king of USA when I was hitchhiking as a youth. That was interesting.
The king of USA?
Yep. That's what he called himself. And he drove around in a van that said King of USA, and he had a binder that was this fucking thick, detailing exactly why he was King of the USA. And
did you ever see that? Yeah, keep going.
Debt and Jesus were involved.
Oh, interesting. Did you ever see that guy drive around in the? I think it was this 80s or 90s, and he drove around with this van that had all over it that was plastered that Stephen King was the person that killed John Lennon, and he looks a lot like Mark David Chapman. And this guy drove around a van. And he believes that Stephen King was actually the killer and that Mark David Chapman was a patsy. And they brainwashed Stephen King somehow to kill John Lennon.
I don't think you'd have to brainwash Stephen King that much back in the 80s.
I mean, he was
just on fucking cough syrup and cocaine. So, like,
yeah, literally everybody. He for all the people, I think I mentioned this before, Stephen King did so much coke that he doesn't remember writing Cujo.
He also doesn't remember filming Maximum Overdrive.
What, really?
His directorial debut. I actually just got to watch that in theaters not that long ago. Shout out to Thursday Night Terror.
Man. I haven't seen that since I was like maybe 10.
Dude, it's just a clusterfuck. Like, the movie was definitely made by somebody that was just out of their mind on fucking coke.
I'll have to revisit that. So many residents stayed inside their home for the fear of an intruder that could not be seen, but carried a terrible weapon. They became helpless, paralyzed, and unable to request for assistance. The person or people believed to have been responsible for these attacks are notoriously known as the Mad Gasser of Mattoon or the Phantom Anesthetist. God damn it! I literally
Anesthetist.
anesthetist. I literally wrote. I literally broke this word down, and I still couldn't say it.
Dude, it's a
Anesthetist.
difficult one. It doesn't roll off the tongue like it should.
The Phantom Anesthetist. And it's like, no, let's just call him the Mad Gasser, okay? Everyone get on board with that. Even the kid down the street that's got autism, he's like, Mad Gasser. Okay, maybe I should
Probably a better speller than we are, dude.
Yeah, I'm horrible at spelling and sometimes even speaking. But maybe sometime I should just fucking I'll have to do this to myself. Where the fuck is it? Why can't I find it? Oh, that's an editing thing. Where the fuck?
Searching.
Oh, it's on the first page. Weird. There. So that's what I need to do to myself sometimes. So in the autumn, here I'll just redo that. I was like, even that down the street will probably be like, Mad Gasser. So
an anesthetist.
I can't say anesthetist because I'm.
He got gas, but my mom also called me the Mad Gasser because I sit myself like twice a week, and she's mad.
She's mad about it. In autumn 1944, some residents of Matoon town reported the walking in the dead of night to the smell of a strange, sickly odor. They all experienced different symptoms, such as paralyzed like being paralyzed from the legs, like from the waist down, and your legs being paralyzed, which is happening if you get the
trap.
Yeah,
isn't that what we're calling it now? We're calling it the trap.
Yeah, literally. Coughing, nausea, and vomiting, while others claim to see the intruder pumping gas inside their home over an open window, which some people even reported to see a man's ass cheeks just slide through their little window, and all they see is, I'm just joking, that'd be hilarious. Someone like comes in their room at night and all they see is this big ass, and then he just runs off. That's the real Mad Gasser. You know how there's that guy shitting on everybody's cars?
No, what?
There's like, yeah, it happened in Canada and somewhere in the States where this guy was just like shitting on people's cars, and nobody could understand why or what he was doing. And they caught video of this guy just staying over like people's cars, and he'd shit on one, and they go to the next one, poop on another, and it's just like he's the mad pooper.
Life's gonna take a shit on me. Fuck this. I'm shitting on everyone's cars.
Exactly. The mysterious intruder known as the Mad Gasser was never caught in Matoon. His victims were never clearly diagnosed, and no one died or had serious medical consequences. Furthermore, the Mad Gasser's intentions were never revealed. Matoon, however, is a small manufacturing town found at the two railroad junctions in the middle of an endless Midwestern agriculture plains. The town's encounters with the Mad Gasser started on August 31st, 1944. More than 24 separate cases of gassings were reported to police over the span of 2 weeks, in addition to many more reported sightings of a suspected assailant. Just like crazy. And this is literally at the end of World War II. So yeah, everyone's kind of, yeah. In addition to many more reported sightings, how you said that, the first of the 1944 Mad Gasser incidences occurred at a house on Grant Avenue, Matoon, on August 31st, 1944, as we said, with the first attack of the Mad Gasser. Mr. Urban Raef, I'm gonna call him Urban. Mr. Urban Raef. It's got a kind of a cool name. Urban
Raef? Yeah.
Yeah. Raef, I guess. Yeah. Mr. Urban Raef.
Raef?
Whatever, Raef. I'm gonna call him Raef.
I'll just call him Urban Reefer and be done with it.
He was awakened during the early hours of the morning by a strange odor. Honey, did you toot again? He felt.
I'll tell you about having eggs for your midnight snack. God damn it!
She's eating pickled eggs while he's trying to sleep. It's like, wow, I gotta keep up my protein. He felt nauseated and weak and suffered from a vomiting fit. Suspecting that he was suffering from domestic gas poison, Rafe's wife tried to check the kitchen stove to see if there was a problem with the pilot light, but found that she was partially paralyzed and unable to leave her bed. Sounds like half of Americans.
Yeah. I mean, it's the overeating the McDonald's that makes you not want to get your
It's
fucking
true.
fat ass out
Guess
of
what
bed.
I'm seeing today after this recording?
McDonald's?
I'm going to see Candyman.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. It was great.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
Because this might be the last time I'm able to go to the movie theaters till the Nazi Canada commences. So
yeah.
Later that night or the morning of the following day, a similar incident was reported by a young mother living close by. She was awakened by the sound of her daughter coughing. Mommy. But found herself unable to leave her bed. It's like when, Dad, I think I got the black lung. From Zoolander.
You've been down there for one day, Derek.
Yeah.
Come talk to me in 20 years.
His cough is
Merman. Merman.
Man. The next day on September 1st, there was a third reported incident at Marshall Avenue of Matoon. The encounter involved Mrs. Aline Kearney, a young mother who woke up late in the night to a strange sweet odor. Her daughter was also with her in bed and woke up complaining about something similar. At first, Miss Kearney dismissed the smell, believed it could be flowers from outside of the window. That's definitely my flower garden. It smells good. But the odor soon became stronger, and she began to lose feeling in her legs. Soon she discovered that her legs were absolutely and undeniably paralyzed.
Yeah, they were saying something about like jasmine, like fresh jasmine and lavender were the scents that they thought that it was originally coming through the window.
Yeah.
And then the moment that their bodies started feeling weird and they started feeling sick, they're like, no, that's not that. Oh God, we're gonna die.
Yeah, because at first it's like this stinky odor, and then sometimes it's a good smell. So who knows? And like, so her daughter's feeling sick and she's paralyzed and saying, "Mommy, my legs don't work no more." Tiny Tim, will you make it to next Christmas?
God damn it, Tina, you ain't got no fucking legs. We had them amputated when you was born.
Yeah. She's like, always wakes up in the middle of the night, but my legs.
I can't feel my legs, Mom. That's because you don't got none. Now go the fuck back to sleep.
It was. I heard that when you get your legs amputated, you still think and feel like you have legs.
That phantom limb syndrome. Yeah, they say that like soldiers that get their shit blown off too, like they every now and again they just feel it tingling and shit, and it's like that's not there, man. The brain's fascinating. And we have no idea what it does.
Watch your soul be like, you can walk. You're a superhero.
Goes to full confidence, goes to get out of bed and just falls flat on his fucking face.
Lieutenant Dan,
you lied. You ain't got no fucking legs, Lieutenant Dan.
It was around 11 p.m. Bert and Mrs. Kearney's husband been out late that night working his midnight taxi shift. He's like, I only work the midnight taxi shift because I can smoke a little bit of the greenery.
I know it was like 20 years before fucking Taxi Driver ever came out, but I just picture this dude like standing before his shift in the mirror just going, you talking to me? You talking to me? There's nobody else here, so you must be talking to me.
Do you have $5? You got $5?
Your fare is $1.25. Pay it or get out. We haven't gone anywhere yet. You just picked me up. I said pay it or get out.
Yeah, literally. So Mrs. Kearney called her sister Mrs. Ready. She's always ready to go.
These fucking names, dude. Holy hell.
Who was just visiting, and her sister also smelled the same odor coming from an open window. Immediately, they called assistance from the police, who discovered nothing, but found that Mrs. Kearney had recovered from the paralysis. She's like, slowly stand up now. Like, Mrs. Kearney, we came last week because you drank 2 bottles of wine, and you said you were paralyzed from the waist down.
The cop showed up at the scene, discovered nothing, and for some reason still felt the need to beat and blame it on some black man from 2 towns over.
Yeah. Did you say he was black?
I've never even been to Mattoon. God damn it.
Yeah. Did you say he was black? No, he's not. No, I didn't see him. It's like, are you sure? Did you say he was black? Oh yeah, no, he was black. How old did you say he was? Like 5 foot to like maybe like 3 feet or maybe 6 foot. Like how tall was he? Anywhere in between? All right, let's go get him. It's like, no, I didn't even say that.
She said shadow. That's it. We're looking for an African American from about 5'6" to 6'1". Yeah. The first one you find, just give him the boots. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna solve this case. You can rest easy, citizens.
I know me and Billy just covered one of the youngest serial killers, Jesse Pomeroy, and we're just talking about how that, a lot of stuff, especially back then and around this time, and that was during like the late 19th century, so even before this, and they just blamed a lot of things on immigrants and African Americans. So
of course, no, that's the go-to because you have that whole, especially back then, you had that sense of community where it's like it can't be one of us because then that means that we're bad. It has to be the outsiders. And I go to
church. I go to church.
Meanwhile, your priest is diddling kids the entire fucking time.
My son keeps complaining about his penis hurting, and he says the priest keeps taking him back to the confession booth, but I just think he's giving him a popsicle.
The priest just keeps trying to show Billy his magic wand, and you know what? He's starting to really get into it. I don't know what's going on. He's loving it. Of course,
his name is Billy.
Loving it. I know. I didn't. It was accidental. I didn't even think. Sorry, Billy.
At around 12:30 a.m., Mr. Burt Kearney returned home to find an unidentified man hiding close to the house by like the windows. One of the windows. He's like just pressed against the wall. You can't see me, Mr. Burt.
Think invisible thoughts. If I think that I'm saran wrap, he won't be able to see me.
Like, what's that? Have you ever seen that movie, Mystery Men?
Bro, that is my favorite superhero movie of all time. Like, I love Mystery Men. I could go on a rant about that shit for an hour by itself.
Does Pee Wee Herman have spoons?
No. So, okay, Hank Azaria has spoons. Hank Azaria is one of the main voices of The Simpsons. Pee Wee, Paul Rubens is the spleen. He's the one that's always farting.
Oh, yeah.
Weapons check.
They got the chick with the bowling ball and it's her dad's dead head.
Yeah. Am I to understand that you've put your father's skull in that ball? No, of course not. The guy at the pro shop did it.
Yeah, I actually loved it. I remember watching it as a kid. My mom hated it, and I thought it was fucking hilarious. And
I saw that in theaters.
Wasn't there someone that was invisible, or am I thinking another movie? We're like
Kel from Kenan and Kel was the invisible boy, but he could only become invisible if absolutely no one was watching. No one was looking. You know what? Now I'll take this as the perfect time because I've been wanting to do this for a hot minute. Fuck Shrek, okay? To all you listeners out there, fuck Shrek. Shrek stole All-Star. All-Star was made for Mystery Men. The fucking music video for All-Star is a scene from Mystery Men.
Oh, true.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Shrek would have been better if it was Chris Farley.
Shrek would have been much better if it was Chris Farley. No, get me wrong. I like Shrek. Shrek's a great movie. I
like Mike Myers. I do.
We just watched Goldmember last night for the millionth fucking time on the side of the house.
Stoned as fuck, man.
Oh, so good.
Oh, and I think that's awesome. Anton has a big projector, and him and his roommates and stuff will watch movies and just get ripped out of their fucking skull. So
yeah, it's actually my buddy and my landlord has the projector, and they live in the house in front of us. We live in the house in back, and it's like every weekend it's just fucking movie night.
That's awesome. Check
out on the Instagram. I'm usually live streaming it or what have you, but it's a real good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on. You gotta smuggle your way down here, and you can come have movie night with us.
Fuck yeah! I'll hide
underground railroad your ass out of Canada.
Yeah, exactly. I'll hide myself in a big box full of vaccines. Just like I keep getting poked by them. God damn! I didn't want to take this.
Tom's gotten 400 times the recommended dosage of the vaccine. How did it happen?
Dirty needle, dead. Just dead or crippled. I can't move anything.
I can't feel my legs.
Just like this. The man fled, and Mr. Kearney was unable to catch him, so obviously booked after this guy. And again, the police were called, but nothing was found. But they do see this guy, they think, because he came home, and he was like probably a little drunk after his taxi cab. Sir, it's the 1940s. He has like a big glass of whiskey in his car.
This is the 40s, man. You got a fucking 3-beer lunch. You know, exactly. You got to.
After the attack, Mrs. Kearney reported suffering from a burning sensation on her lips and throat for a few days. Honey, you just gargled too much cock.
I would say, you think he just like went out and banged a hooker and came home and gave her like a yeast infection in the mouth? And like the guy hanging out outside is just one of his buddies that he lets come over and periodically watch his wife change?
Yes, I could see that. Yeah. It's just
some
like
weird small town bullshit they got going on.
Tom.
We're real fucking bored. We got to make our own entertainment. We ain't got the TV out this way yet. Radio barely picks it more than a station and a half.
Sometimes she even felt a sharp pain in her chest, which is also attributed to the effects of the gas. That's funny. When I said that, I grabbed my chest. I was like,
a sharp pain in her.
Oh God! Oh God! I got a sharp.
No! No, I'm fine. Fine, just gas. It's fine.
Initially, it was suspected that the robber was the primary motive for the attack. The robbery was the primary motive for this attack. At the time of the incident, the Kearneys had a large sum of money in their house, and it was surmised that the prowler could have seen Mrs. Kearney and her sister counting it earlier that evening. So they're sitting right in their front window being like, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many do you have? You have 1,000? I have 2,000.
Put it in the stack over there, honey. Okay, we're looking at $6,000. Okay, keep counting. 1,
all right.
2.
Yeah. When my husband comes back, he'll bring us some more because he kills people in his taxi company and then steals their money. Like, probably he's just going around. He's the midnight taxi shift, man. He's like, give me your money.
Less of a taxi and much more of just a body disposal unit.
Yeah. So the most often description of the Mad Gasser are based on testimonies of Mr. and Mrs. Bert Kearney of 1408 Marshall Avenue, which I think is funny that it's Mr. and Mrs. Bert Kearney. I always think it's funny how they it'd be like Mr. and Mrs. Tom Thompson. Like, it's funny how they always the man is the dominant.
It's the fucking patriarchy, bro. Smash that shit. Cut off your dick. Smash it.
Yeah, well, Chelsea wants to keep her last name. I want to change my last name to actually Thompson, so I can keep my grandfather's name going. But that will be Thompson Harris or Harris Thompson, which sounds pretty dope anyway.
I mean, Thomas Harris is the dude that wrote fucking Silence of the Lambs. So
yep,
there you go.
Yes, you're fucking right about that.
You're in good company.
Yep, the victims of the first Matoon case to reported by the media. Essentially, it was them. They described the Gasser as a tall, thin man, dressed in dark clothing and wearing a tight-fitting cap. A tall.
You ever notice how most of the descriptions of them from then on is like a woman dressed as a man, and then all of the pictures online are just somebody that looks like a hardcore rubber fetishist?
Oh, I know. I got some dope ass artwork for this episode that I'm gonna do up, and yeah, it seems like some tall man looks like Howard Stern and loves fucking bondage,
wearing big ass high heels. I vote that we change the name the Mad Gasser of Mattoon to the Gas and Gimp of Matoon.
Yeah, literally. Also, fuck Howard Stern, just for everybody. No, that guy's a piece of fucking shit.
He's a fucking goon.
Getting paid by the media to call you fucking anti-vaxxer. It's fucking idiot.
Dude, Howard Stern hasn't been fucking relevant for 30 goddamn years. Who the hell gives a shit?
By the morning of September 5th. Yeah. By the morning of September 5th, the Matoon Police Department had received reports of 4 more gas attacks. Whoops. They have. By the morning of September 5th, the Matoon Police Department had received reports of 4 more gas attacks. 4 more. 4 more gas attacks. 4 more. I use the stupidest fucking sound effects. I don't know why. I just have them and I click them when I feel like I want to. There's no rhyme or reason for any of the sound effects usually. So
yeah, I like them. They're solid.
So the details in each attacks, all these attacks were eerily similar, even though none of the witnesses had compared notes or had to check their stories. In each case, the victims complained of a sickening sweet odor that caused them to become sick and slightly paralyzed for about 30 minutes at a time.
Do you think it's just diabetes in gas form?
Yeah.
It's a sickeningly sweet
my
smell.
Feet, I can't feel my feet.
The Gasser was Wilford Brimley. We fucking solved it, Tom.
I can't feel my feet. Yeah, and it's just like yeah, it would be worse if he was a rapist, because it's like they get to like essentially in like they incapacitated for like 30 minutes.
Mhm.
So you'd be like squeeze a little titty and like a little finger popping each other's assholes. Finger popping each other's assholes. You know what I mean? So it would be worse. He's just there is no like rhyme or reason to why he's even doing this as far as we know yet. There's no reason, really.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing this for, bro? Late on that night of September 5th, the first real clues in the Mad Gasser case were discovered. They found at the home of Carl and Beulah.
What a fucking name, dude. They don't make names like that anymore, like Genevieve and Beulah and Francis. Who the fuck is named Francis anymore? I think Full Metal Jacket ruined that for everybody.
That's true. Beulah, I would love to meet a little kid named Beulah, and I'll kick it in his face. You take your fucking name back in the 1940s. So Carl and Beulah Cordes, Cordes, that's how I'm gonna pronounce it. But what the clues actually remain still, but the clues actually reveal still remains a mystery.
All right, I'm back.
Them?
Yeah.
What are they doing?
I'm just being a goof. No, he's just being a goof.
But the clues actually revealed still remains a mystery. The Cordes return home late to find a white cloth lying on their porch.
He left behind a token for you as a thank you for allowing him to gas you.
Mrs. Cordes picked it up and noticed a strange smell coming from it. She held it up to her nose and felt immediately nauseous and lightheaded. It's so ridiculous. Like,
there's a gasser going around. You find a rag on your doorstep and you're like, oh, this smells like chloroform. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, and just like,
oh, there's my ether rag. I wondered where I put that.
I know. My buddy wanted to go as Paul Bernardo for Halloween, and he was just gonna have a handkerchief, like wearing like jeans and a white t-shirt, and have like a handkerchief out the back of his pocket for a chloroform rag. I used to do that all the time when we worked in restaurants. I used to like just put a little water on like a cloth. And I go up behind my buddies, like sleep, and I just press the cloth against his mouth. I'm like screaming at me. It's just crazy. Like, what's this handkerchief? Let me smell it. Oh, fuck.
Who does that?
I know. She nearly fainted and her husband had to help her inside. Moments later, her lips and face began to swell and her mouth began to bleed. The symptoms lasted almost 2 hours. She's just bleeding out her fucking mouth for 2 hours. Sounds fun.
That's fucking horrifying.
I know.
Like, are you just like bleeding from your throat or your gums bleeding or what the hell are you bleeding from?
I got a reverse nosebleed. It's when I'm bleeding out my ass, but I still got the sniffles.
I know, maybe he just like showed up, knocked on the door, and wanted to come to the door, and then he like just left his rag there. You know what I mean? Who knows? And he's just, I don't know. I just think it's fucking weird. So the police were called, and they took the cloth into evidence. They searched the property. They also found a skeleton key and an empty tube of lipstick that they found on the porch, which is weird, considering you would think it was a man, but who knows, right?
You know, I was thinking of that when I was doing the research and what have you too. Is it okay? So it's either a man or it's a woman or it's a man trying to throw them off the trail by leaving like lipstick and shit. Or these people are just so goofy that they can't remember accidentally leaving lipstick outside.
Did you listen to the Black Donnelly episode?
Not yet. No, I think that I'm going to listen to that one tomorrow when I'm at work.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
It's where I consume most of my podcasts is when I'm driving around.
Yeah, just wait for all the fans to check that episode out if you haven't yet, because it's hilarious. Because like, one of the members of the Donnelly family essentially ends up like killing someone, and to like kind of hide, he like dresses up like a woman, and he's like, nobody knows that I'm a woman. Don't worry, I'm just over here. I'm a woman, not a man.
Takes no care to shave facial hair or his legs or anything, or to look feminine. It's just a dude in a dress with a full fucking beard. No, it's not me. Dude, it looks just like you. What are you talking about? You're just wearing a dress. You didn't even put fake tits in. What's wrong with you?
Just wearing a dress. It's like, I'm ahead of the times, okay?
I got it on sale. I would appreciate it if you would be supportive.
They decided the prowler was probably trying to break into the house, but had failed. Apparently, he had dropped the lipstick. It says his lipstick, which is like, if it was lipstick, you'd think it'd be a woman, especially in the 1940s. If a man was dressed up like a woman, I'm sure the cops would beat them till there was nothing left but the dress.
Bro, he was hiding that lipstick in his prison wallet. Don't lie.
Yeah, and the cloth,
weird shade of brown, but okay.
Yeah, and the rag was actually his poopy rag. Instead of like an old person, now they wipe the snot. He just always has some residue on his butthole, and then
it was his cum rag. That's why it kind of smells like bleach a little bit.
His cum is so strong it like knocked her out.
Let me pick this up. Oh my god, this hasn't been washed in years. How is it not solid? What the fuck?
Yeah, so like he dropped his lipstick and the cloth with the gas residue on it too. The mystery was just getting deeper by the day.
Not unlike that lipstick. It's getting deeper and deeper by the day until it eventually comes out.
Later that night, the gasser attacked again, this time spraying gas into an open window. The attacks continued on Matoon residents, began reporting fleeting glimpses of the gasser, always describing him as a tall, thin man in dark clothes wearing a tight black cap. It was Joey Ramone!
I want to sniff some glue.
I want to sniff some glue.
I want to go to the basement with you. I just want to sniff some glue.
Oh, I love the Ramones with all my heart, but man, what a ridiculous punk band.
Did you see that? Did we talk about that that CBGB movie with Alan Rickman on an episode?
One of my favorites.
Fucking JP from Grandma's Boy playing Joey Ramone.
Yeah, well, that is most definitely on the docket for a Famous Dead episode. 100%. I've loved the Ramones since I was like 11 years old. So if you want to jump on that one, that'd be probably a better idea because Billy knows nothing about music except for like Eminem and Tom McDonald now.
Who the fuck is Tom McDonald?
You know who Tom McDonald is?
I know who Norm McDonald is.
Causing all sorts of controversy. Not all of his songs are good. I'm going to say that straight up, that some of his music, his lyrics are there, but some of the beats are fucking atrocious in my opinion. But check out the song Brainwashed. If you look up Brainwashed on YouTube, it'll show up. It is good and talking about the divide and conquer, and we're distracted about vaccines and TV shows and all this stuff. And he hits the nail on the head with a lot of political issues.
Okay.
But someone did say he's not a rapper. He's a news reporter that rhymes, which I found funny. So check it out. I think you'd appreciate it to an extent. So the more attacks were reported, and the police force tried to respond to the mysterious crimes that left no clues really behind. Eventually, the authorities even summoned 2 FBI agents from Springfield to look into the case. They summoned them, they pulled out a Ouija board and was like, "Oh, FBI, where are you, FBI?" And they just pull up in a black car and then they disappear.
Epstein didn't hang him. Stop. Yeah, tell me something I don't know, Ouija. What the fuck?
That's funny.
This is Big Bang Theory. I get a laugh track.
Literally. It is so.
But
their presence did nothing to discourage like the strange reports. Panic was widespread, and rumors began to circulate that the attacker was an escapee from a mental institution or an insane asylum.
I thought you were going to say menstrual institution, and now I could just think of it like we're putting all women here the moment they are on the rag because we just don't want to fucking deal with it. It's a menstrual institution.
All women.
Yes, I agree.
Oh man, I like that fucking bleep out button. But like, or it was a German spy who was testing out some sort of poisonous gas. He's like, I respect Hitler, but I only have a little bit of gas, a little bit of Windex, and I got a little bit of motor oil. Let's just see what happens.
The veterinarian from Dead Alive. Do you want a syringe, or are you going to sniff?
I'm gonna sniff it.
Gonna huff it. We're gonna have ourselves a huffing party.
Armed citizens took to the streets, organizing watches and patrols to try and stop any further attacks. But several took place anyway, which is crazy. They formed mobs, but we'll get to it where eventually the police dispute if this was even real or not, blah, 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 and kind of shit. But obviously, if a mob took place, like people were scared, people thought this was real. There was attacks happening some way or another. You know what I mean? Like either way, this is real. And
the first couple were at least confirmed that it was an actual occurrence that somebody had gone in and done something. But then, you know, I know a lot of the later ones are definitely attributed to mass hysteria and just people being very panicked, which, I mean, when does that ever happen? When do people panic? People weren't just killing each other over toilet paper, you know, 2 years ago.
I know, literally. I got toilet paper. I need my poo poo. I got poo poo.
You ever heard
so
of a fucking shower, you simp? What the hell's wrong with you?
I know. I'll just stick my ass right. Like I really want a bidet, especially after hearing Jason Mewes talk about how much he loves his bidet. When I saw him and Kevin Smith live, I was like, I want to get one. He's like, you know, I love taking my asshole, and I point the one that's for China, and then he's like, it hits my balls, and it feels great.
Dude, I've always wanted a bidet. They're just the way. No pun intended. No, I got accidental rhyme.
I gotta get one. I keep telling my woman that I want a bidet, and she's not about it yet. But I was like, you can get them off Amazon. You just install it yourself, and I don't have to wait. It really doesn't take
much. You just splice the water line, go into the back of the can, and you know.
She just looked in the door. We went. That's funny.
Look at these reviews. Best asshole tickler I done ever had.
I would love to read the reviews. You're right. That's hilarious. The gas attacks would be.
Do a Patreon episode where we just read bidet reviews for an hour.
That's a good idea. We should do a Patreon where we read reviews of really fucked up products on Amazon. I'll just make a whole list of the weirdest products. Well, right, put that on the docket. Remind me about that because we'll definitely do that sometime. I probably forget from my stone brain, but
have you ever heard of the Baldo?
No, what's the Baldo?
So I found out about this through some fucking idiot at work. It's a piece of like medical silicone that you squeeze your balls into, and it basically turns your balls into a dildo, and you're supposed to use that to fuck. And no joke, this dude at my work was just like, bro, I'm gonna fucking get that. I was like, what part about that sounds like it's gonna be a good time for you?
It sounds like it hurts, man.
That sounds painful as fuck.
Squeeze your balls or something. Have you ever heard of
it sticks out on the sides, and then it just the rubbing, it feels really good. I'm like, dude, just okay. So why don't you just grab your balls in your hand, put them in a toilet paper roll, and see how that feels? Because that's a pretty good indicator. Besides you dropping $180 on this thing.
What's it called? Is that because I know it's another Arabian goggle? That's where you put your testicles on the eyes, and then you put your dick in the mouth as an Arabian goggle. And
the Alaskan pipeline.
What's
you
the
take
one?
A shit in a condom and freeze it and fuck somebody with it.
Ew. When we were 14, we used to look up all these and just like call each other. We call each other like gypsies and Arabian goggle fuckheads, and we were horrific teenagers and preteens. But there's one of them like, oh, it's gonna bug me. I can't remember what it's called. But you put your balls inside the asshole, and then you fuck the vagina with your dick. But it sounds painful.
Either dogs in the tub or dogs in the bath.
Yeah, something like that. Ugh, it sounds fucking. It sounds like it hurts.
That sounds horrible.
Doesn't sound good. I feel like there's another word I think there's another saying for it too, but enough of that. So the gas attacks are becoming more frequent, even though they were trying to fucking mob up and fucking try to take this gasser down. And the attacker was leaving behind evidence like footprints and sliced window screens, which even I said on the Jesse Pomeroy episode, if you leave your footprints, it's not good. But then the mass media are like, he was wearing aviator shoes or whatever the ones Richard Ramirez is wearing. And then he's like,
Diane Feinstein or whatever the fuck, that chick that that was the only piece of evidence they had on the Night Stalker. And she came out on TV and was like, we found his shoes. And he's like, yeah, fuck this. And threw him off the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah, he threw him off a fucking bridge. So crazy. A local citizen vigilante group did manage to arrest one suspect as the gasser, but he passed a polygraph test and he was released. I wonder, like, he was just probably some little boy wanting to catch a little glimpse of those bajumblers, the boobies.
I'm the mad gasser. I fought past everyone's house on my way home from school. I'm sorry, Mr. Police Person. I'm sorry.
It's just like they just convince him like he's Brandon Dassey. Local businessmen announced that they would be holding a mass protest rally on Saturday, September 10th to put more pressure on the already pressured Matoon police force, which by the time this comes out, I would have went to the Freedom Rally next weekend, September 18th, going to the Worldwide Freedom Rally in Toronto. I'm going to fight and show that I'm a number.
You gonna throw that shit up on TikTok too, so we can all join you?
Fuck yeah. I'll probably do a live, take some videos for shizzle my nizzle. Now the gasser was becoming more than a threat to public safety. He was becoming a political liability and kind of a bloat or like a shitty image on the public image of the city. Like he's becoming like a bad image for the city.
This gas is not going to get me reelected, and I have far too rich of an appetite for whores and blow.
The gasser apparently did not give two shits about the armed vigilantes and the newspaper articles and resumed his attacks. He's like, I don't give a fuck. The first incident took place at the home of Mrs. Violet Driscoll and her daughter, Ramonia. Whatever. I think it's Ramonia. It's not Ramona. Ramona. Is that not? Ramona.
Name? Ramonia. I don't know. That's a good question.
Ramonia?
I think Ramonia works. It's got to be
a
right?
Weird name. All these weird names on this episode. Yeah. I can barely pronounce names when it comes to it, but like especially last names, but that's a weird one.
I'm amazed we haven't encountered a Gertrude yet on this.
I know.
Fucking old-timey names.
I know. They awoke late in the evening to hear someone removing the storm stash on their bedroom window. They hurried out of the bed and tried to run outside for help, but the fumes overcame Ramonia and she began to vomit. Her mother stated that she saw a man running away from the house.
I'll be fine. I just gotta go in this.
I picture the man running like a fucking the mongoose step. It's just like, oh fuck. A short
what
time.
Would be more terrifying, running and puking or running and shitting? They both sound horrible. I
would rather run and puke.
Okay.
Because I could just let it go. I just let it go all over me. Because if I was stuck, say somehow you were throwing up and you were trying to run away from Bigfoot trying to tickle your butthole, I would rather run and throw up on myself and just get out of there before he gets his huge finger in my butthole than pooping. But maybe that'll keep him away.
Tickling it. I mean, I'll let the skunk ape, knock on the back door a little bit. I'm not letting him in, but
I'm not letting him in. So a short time later that night, the gasser sprayed fumes into a partially open window of a room of Mrs. Russell Bailey and Catherine Tuzo, Mrs. Genevieve, there's another one, Haskell, and Mrs. Haskell's young son that were sleeping. So this house is chock full of people. Everybody's there.
Tuzo.
I didn't know what?
Miss Catherine Tuzo. That was in Westwood, right? That's what we're talking about?
Yeah, Tuzo. At another home, Miss Frances Smith, the principal of the Columbian grade school, and her sister Maxine were also overwhelmed with gas and became ill. They began choking as they were awakened and felt partial paralysis in their legs and arms. Like this, obviously something's going on. This is somehow real, even if it's maybe not even a person. Somehow there's this gas leak everywhere. But it would be scary. You're like sleeping. You can't even fucking breathe and shit. It would be scary to wake up like that.
If you think about it though, like somebody could be and I know a couple of them were written off by doctors as panic attacks, but if you have a certain set of information that is in your head and you're like, these are the symptoms that happen when you're on this gas, and then you think that you smell this gas or you smell something that you can't identify, or your brain just gives you a phantom smell, your body's going to probably start doing the placebo reaction where it's like, oh no, this is coming next. now this is coming, and then you're so
Yeah.
convinced of it that you can't unconvince yourself until someone shows up and they're like, "You're an idiot. What are you doing?"
That is true. It's true because the brain is it's a crazy thing.
Yeah, I mean, hypochondria is a very real thing where people basically start coming down with the symptoms of the illness that they believe that they have. And
Yeah.
it doesn't go away until a doctor gives them sugar pills and tells them it's a cure.
It's true. So they also said that as the sweet odor began to fill the room, as a thin blue vapor, they heard a buzzing noise.
It was just daddy smoking meth in the other room.
Yeah, from outside, and believed it was the gasser. Maybe the gasser spraying apparatus in operation, which would be either way. Is the 1940s. It's the end of World War II almost. They're not declared yet, but they know that they're getting close. It would be scary to like wake up and you're choking and then you hear bzzz outside your fucking window. Like either way, it's fucking scary.
Yeah, it's when America was still living in, that perpetual fear of an invasion, even a last minute invasion. I know when the war started, everyone in California thought for sure that the Japanese were going to show up. I mean, there were numerous like submarine sightings and shit off the coast of California as well back then. So it wasn't exactly like it was a content and complacent time in American history where everybody just kind of was cool. Oh no! Oh, you think you were frozen? I was like, oh shit, what happened?
I wasn't actually. Did you hear? I think I definitely said this before. How Hitler wanted to make a almost like a resort home on the California beach.
Yep.
So fucked up. I want to be here in California.
Yeah, I think I take my summers in San Francisco. I don't approve of the gays, but man, do they, they make some beautiful homes. I got to say, it's I still am going to send them to the camps, but I'm going to love the interior decorating.
My cock. It's probably like, oh, they I can't do a great German accent. Sometimes I can. Sometimes it's horrible.
Yeah, here's the deal, okay? I tell you this now. You suck my dick, and I send you to the camp. If you don't suck my dick, I still send you to the camp. But for unrelated reasons. The choice is yours.
Yeah, literally. By September 10th, the mad gasser paranoia had peaked. FBI agents were trying to track down the type of gas being used in the attacks, and the police force had to divide its time between looking for the gasser and keeping armed citizens off the streets. So, guys, okay, I know you're angry. I know this is scary. But you guys gotta stop running around with pitchforks and shotguns. It's not helping anything. You just shot little Johnny because he was dressed up in his daddy's lingerie and then he was just having a little fun. He didn't realize what he was doing, and you guys shot him because he was wearing a black fucking
little Johnny's wearing a black negligee in the woods, trying to, just crank his hog in peace. Like God intended, and y'all motherfuckers shot him because you're too scared of the mad gasser. It wasn't Johnny. Okay, Johnny got gassed himself. What's wrong with you? Go home, people. Go home.
Oh, like you, Mr. Georgian, you literally went outside and you shot Mr. Burns because he was using his leaf blower.
Hey, that was unrelated. I've had a problem with him since he bought that goddamn leaf blower. It had nothing to do with the gasser. Fuck him. 2 a.m.
Too goddamn loud. It runs off gas.
I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah, he's doing that 2 a.m. Just like blowing the leaves. He's like, God damn it, Mr. Burns, there is no leaves there.
It's the middle of summer. There's no fucking leaves on the ground. Knock it off.
Neither law enforcement agencies were having much luck. By the following Saturday night, several dozen well-armed farmers from the surrounding area had joined the patrols in Matoon. Farmers are hardcore. You don't fuck with farmers and people from small towns.
They will fuck you up.
Just down the street a little bit, there's a guy that has all tractors out front of his house and like trucks, and one of his trucks has a big fuck Trudeau sign on it. It's
nice.
Great. It's great. Like him. I never see him, but I always want to honk and be like, yeah.
Well, farmers are always the enemy to tyrannical governments because they're like, no, we don't need you. We grow our own shit. We do not need you to survive at all, and y'all can fuck off.
Yep. And I will support the businesses that are against this fucking mandate and this tyranny and this divide and conquer tactic and this segregation. Because even downtown, there's a burger joint and they're like, we will not discriminate. And then we kind of know them. They were wearing masks. We're like, fuck it. Like, I barely wear mine. I try not wear it, but I will respect Chelsea if we're going somewhere. I'm not going to be the dickhead that's not wearing it. I'll do my respectful part. But most times when I'm by myself getting gas, getting something, blah, 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 I usually will try not to wear it. I just have to wear it at the LCBO or they won't let me in. And that's where I spend most of my time. For everybody that has the liquor, fucking bullshit in Ontario.
But I don't want to have to wear a mask while I browse. It inhibits my selections.
I want to get one of those clear ones that I see everyone wearing. It's just like a Bane mask, but it's like really small and clear.
Dude, fuck that. Just get a straight up like paint respirator and just walk and talk like this the whole time.
I want to actually get a full on Bane mask, and that's what I'm gonna wear.
That would be dope.
Because like that. Yeah, like I'd be like whatever. Or like what would they do if I was just wearing like a Jason mask? Like whatever. It's got holes.
If it covers your mouth, you're probably okay. Dude, when all this shit first started, I really contemplated buying like as authentic of a plague doctor mask as I could.
Oh, that would be
only
cool.
wearing that out in public when I had to.
I think that'd be awesome because no one could tell who the fuck you are either.
Yeah. Whatever. But then I would want to go for the full outfit and have to buy the cloak and the fucking hermetic staff cane.
I can see you doing that and just like hitting people out of the way. Get out of my way when you're like with your stick.
Move it. All right.
That's
how
they
take this candy bar and this Red Bull. Thank you.
If you go back and listen to the Black Plague episode, that's where like they would just poke people, but like, you dead? You dead?
Yeah, he's dead. I done poked him with a stick and he didn't move. He's either dead or dead drunk. One of the two. Fuck.
So obviously with this, happening with everyone rising up and the farmers, six attacks took place anyways, including the three previously mentioned that we already talked about, even though everyone was trying to rise up. Another couple, Mr. and Mrs. Stuart B. Scott, returned to their farm on the edge of Matoon late one evening to find their house filled with the sweet-smelling gas. This seemed to be the last straw.
Had a sesh. They're just like, man,
literally.
Gas,
I know I'm definitely getting stoned before I see Candyman.
Oh,
and we'll talk about the end of the episode maybe because I want to talk about my experience watching Candyman as a kid. So this seemed to be the last straw for the Matoon authorities. While several gas attacks were reported on that night on September 11th. Whoa, what? That's crazy. We're recording. Where is that? And this might come out for a couple weeks after because we're doing episodes with Anton and Billy and stuff. So I kind of try to keep it where Billy's on, then you're on, and kind of have a little fun with that way. So everyone's kind of broken up and you get a bit of everybody. And so me and Anton are recording on 9/11.
Hey, Dick Cheney, go fuck yourself.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, Dick Cheney's still alive. The only one that we've gotten rid of so far is Donald Rumsfeld. And that's a good fucking start. But, the rest of them need to go. Just put him on a bus and drive him into the ocean.
Piece of shit. My favorite thing is that Robin Williams, when he's like, Dick Cheney, and he's like making fun of Dick Cheney and the words of massive destruction or whatever, that stand-up special. You ever seen that one? The one before he died? It's so good. And he's like, he's talking about Joe Biden and shit, like fucking years before when he was a vice president for Obama. And he was like, Barack America. And he's like, he's not a fucking superhero.
Dude,
Joe Biden would call him Barack America.
I'm still flabbergasted by the fact that this country, quote unquote, elected somebody who was a fucking joke when he was vice president. Like, that's all it was, were the memes of like, look, Barack, I drew a dinosaur. Oh, good job, Joe. We're going to put that on the fridge for you. Yay. Look, I drew you standing next to a cloud making friends with a rainbow. Good job, Joe. Good job. Can I have a cracker and a nap? Yes, you can. Thank you. Thank you, Santa. I'm the president, Joe. We go through this every week.
Thank you, Santa. It's like Santa's not black, man. Maybe if
yeah, it's fine, Joe. I'm Santa. It's cool. Whatever. Just go take your nap, please. I got big boy shit to do.
Yeah, so we know several attacks were reported, I guess, on September 11th. Dun dun dun, man. Dun, dun, dun.
It's all connected, man. It's the Mad Gasser is the one behind September 11th.
And next year, for all the fans, we're in talks to do a Jenga game. We'll talk about it after the episode, maybe. So the newspaper accounts of the affair began to take on a more skeptical tone. And despite claims by the victims and material evidence left behind, the police began to dismiss new reports of the gas attacks. They took a kind of more skeptical tone, and despite the claims of the victims, even though they were, the reports of the attacks and suggested that the local residents were merely imagining things. We're like they kind of just like, you know what? Fuck this. We never find any evidence. We don't find a guy. There's nobody to chase. There's nobody I can shoot at. There's no black guy that I can chase after. So.
They found one anyways, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, by this time, they have 10 black guys in jail that have done absolutely nothing wrong, and one Mexican.
I don't understand it. There have been gassings that have been occurring since I've been locked up. Yeah, we still just, I don't know, something about you. I don't trust it. I'm from 6 towns over.
I think it might be a skin color. I'm like, my skin color? I can't do shit about that. The last guy,
this, god damn it.
Yeah, I know, literally. The last Gasser attack took place on September 13th, and while it was the last incident connected to the attacker in Matoon, it was probably the strangest. It occurred at the home of Mrs. Bertha Bench and her son, Orville. This is definitely the 1940s.
How about we change her last name to Brunch, Bertha Brunch, and it just sounds like if you had brunch at Old Country Buffet and they just never stop bringing you fucking food.
Orville Brunch.
You can't leave before you finish.
Orville Brunch sounds like fucking a popcorn company.
Yeah, Orville.
Orville Rock. What's that? Orville fucking
Redenbacher.
Redenbacher. Oh, that's funny.
You know what's funny is they sell a bunch of microwaves that have the Orville Redenbacher logo on the box. And when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh shit, does that come with popcorn?" Nope. No popcorn.
Stupid.
No coupons for free popcorn. Isn't that all
he's famous for, really?
Yeah, that's it. That is just like, it's like, why would you put the fucking logo on there and then not even give them like here's a coupon for $5 off a box of popcorn? No,
I made the popcorn. I slapped my face on it, and it's white, so everyone likes it.
I just think a bunch of GMO corn.
This
cover
whole,
it in MSG.
Yeah, literally. I try to stay away from that shit, even though I'm going to probably eat movie theater popcorn today. But I always just think it's crazy that they took off all the indigenous people that were on products and all the black people like the Aunt Jemima, which I loved. And I never saw it as racist whatsoever. I thought it was cool. There's a black woman on the syrup bottle. That's awesome. And now it's just like, all right, well, we left every single white person. It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make it make sense.
The Land O'Lakes shit I find is hilarious because it is true American fashion where it's like we removed the Indian, but we kept the land.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Like
it's such hypocrisy, and cancer culture is the stupidest shit. And I blame stupid ass fucking pussy millennials and Generation Z. So go jump off a bridge. Fucking shit.
No one's telling you to actively harm yourself. All we're saying is, maybe go dig yourself a hole and crawl inside.
It's goddamn generation.
Stop taking your internet bullshit and putting it into real life scenarios. No one gives a fuck about your stupid opinion.
Literally. So they described the attacker as a woman who was dressed in man's clothing. So.
Well, man, it's 2021. Women don't do anything wrong. I don't want to hear it. I'm not going to sit here and be a part of your bigotry, okay? Where you're saying that women are equal, that they're equally evil as men, if not more so. All right? All right? I don't know why the Trump voice came out, but it did.
Yeah, literally. But, they found lipstick, so maybe they thought it was a guy this whole time. And if this person's real, maybe it was an actual woman. And it said that this woman was dressed in man's clothes who sprayed the gas into the bedroom window. The next morning, they found footprints that appeared to have been made by a woman's high heel shoes that were found in the dirt below the window. Question though, why? Okay, I guess a question and a remark. Why the fuck would you, if you're doing these gassings, why would you wear high heels? Second, they wouldn't be, you couldn't run in them if somebody caught you, really. But third, my remark is, did they just make women wear high heels? They didn't make them, you can't wear shoes. The only shoes you wear are high heels because I like the way it makes your legs look in your butt.
I don't know. If it was the 40s, they probably still had flats, but weren't most women barefoot, pregnant, and in the kitchen?
Yeah, you're right.
I honestly, with the whole high heels thing, and it's a little sidebar, but little not. I totally kind of want to go as the Mad Gasser for Halloween now, and just get like a
Wear
weird
high
leather
heels.
rubber outfit and high heels and a gas mask, and then just carry some weird little smell box with me that I'm like,
Yes, because we're definitely filming. Me and Billy definitely talks to film another Halloween special. By next year, we'll probably have like 2 cameras going. This year, we're just gonna run the one. But I was like, you gotta get a new costume. He's like, nope, the banana costume's my costume for the next fucking
I
like
love
3
the
years.
banana. It's
And I'm
so
like,
good.
fuck, man, I'm just gonna be a pickle or something, and then we could all fit in. I'm gonna find something fucking funny. I was just like Freddy Krueger last year, but I'm gonna find something funny to wear for the special because the camera's better and it'll be a lot more fun because we're doing it at Billy's house, so we're just gonna get wasted.
Just a whole room of dick-shaped fruits on camera for Halloween.
Yeah, I know, literally.
Get Wanda dress up like a fucking bunch of grapes.
But we'll get into some very fun Halloween shit coming up, that's for sure. After this night, the mad Gasser of Mattoon was never seen or heard from again. To this day, the identity of the mad Gasser remains a mystery, as does the reason why he chose to wreak havoc in Mattoon. Stories have suggested that the Mattoon Gasser, the mad Gasser, was anything from maybe a mad scientist to an ape man.
Oh, the skunk ape theory? I fucking love it.
And researchers today have their own theories, some which are just as wild. Could there have been some sort of extraterrestrial visitor using some sort of paralysis agent to further his hidden agenda?
What's that? What's that?
That's awesome. Where'd you get that?
I think the theory of the aliens is correct.
Where'd you get that?
I think I got this one care of Overlord Bezos. But it's got a little cow, and it's got a magnet on the bottom of it, and you fly it over the cow, and it just sticks to it.
How much? I want that.
It was like $12. You should get one.
That's awesome. It's still going off.
I know.
That's so sick. That's so. It's for all the non-YouTube listeners. It is it's so funny. That's hilarious.
Never shuts up. Shut up.
It's a cool little fucking UFO thing. I'm gonna get one of those. This is awesome. Send me the link if you find it.
Yeah, we'll do. It's somewhere in my Amazon history. I'll just send it to you.
As the attacks were widely considered to be a case of maybe mass hysteria that was fed by local newspapers. However, others maintain the mad gasser actually existed, or the perceived attacks have been maybe another explanation, such as poisonous pollution from the industrial plants and the factories that were nearby areas of Matoon. So there's literally many different theories on this, but who knows? So that it's what do you guys think? Shout out on the Hose Hedge page. I'll still be banned when this episode comes out, but let us know what you think. You can email me, or like shout us out on Instagram or whatever. But till I'm back on Facebook because I'm banned again. But it's bound to happen to me. So it is what it is.
Always field questions on the Insta.
Yep. But I'm excited to see Candyman. I'll let you know how that is next time, what I think of it, because I was a big fan. I watched it extremely young. I was probably 10, maybe 11.
Okay.
Maybe even younger. Right. And we saw it. And I remember me and my buddy used to like get scared shitless because Candyman's 5 times, and then Bloody Mary is 3 times. And Candyman, it was just like, we'd be like, Candyman, and we'd do it in the mirror with the lights off, and we'd just try to scare each other and shit. And but in my mind, we never said it 5 times because we were scared that somehow the movie could be based on something real, right? I've always been into horror movies and scary things, and we used to love that movie. So I'm really stoked to see this because I enjoy Jordan Peele. I like most of his movies. I didn't really like that one, Others or Not Others. That's Us, yeah, I didn't like that much. That was it was just weird, but the first one was amazing. What was the first one?
Get Out.
Get Out. I can hear my girlfriend. Get Out was good. I liked Get Out. I thought that was really good, and it just dug deep on this weird subconscious racism stuff, which it was good. But Us wasn't that good. But I'm stoked to see Candyman. Like this is gonna be. I've been waiting for it since they announced that they were gonna do it. But like, and then Halloween Kills comes out, which because of the stuff going on, who knows if I'll be able to see it. I'll be extremely fucking disappointed if I can't see that in theaters, like extremely. But if not, I'll buy it at home and I'll turn off all the lights and light some candles and I'll have a fucking shindig of it.
Get that VOD going.
Well, that way I can get kind of drunk maybe and just enjoy the movie and have a couple drinks. You know what I mean?
Bro, you can get drunk in a theater too. Just fucking don't let them see the booze you bring in.
Oh yeah, now they sell beer at the movie theaters and stuff now too.
I'm not paying $18 for a beer when I can bring a flask full of fucking vodka in with
I
me.
know. I remember the one time me and my buddy were like, oh man, maybe like 14, 15. And he brings fucking 2 mason jars full of Zambuca. And I'm like, oh man,
my God.
You got Zambuca? And so we drank it and then we smoked a joint and we were like ripped in the movie theater. That might have been when we watched Borat.
Because fucking power vomiting after Sambuca is so stupid sweet. It's not even funny.
Well, I was a kid. I hate Sambuca though, and it's just funny. It was in mason jars, like we're like living out in the country.
Stole it from parents, put it in the mason jars.
Did you ever steal booze from your parents and then pour it like the gin, the vodka? You do all this divvy it out in one water bottle. Didn't we already talk about this?
Yeah, we did.
What'd you call that?
Yeah, it was. So I had a flask and I had Bombay Sapphire gin and Beefeater gin, and
we used to put vodka, whiskey, gin, all in the same fucking water bottle, and then we just take sips of it, and it tasted horrible. We wanted to throw up, but we just want to get fucked up, and it's just so stupid. If you think about it now, disgusting, but it's because you're just trying to divvy it out so it doesn't look like too much is gone.
My buddy in high school, the one thing that he had that we could get away with drinking because no one in the fucking house touched it was blackberry brandy. And it got you fucked up, but it also made you feel just horribly sick.
Talking about brandy, I used to steal my grandfather's brandy, but the one time I actually did, we drank a bit of it and then stupidly decided to put it in this makeshift bong that we made. And we poured it in, and then I convinced my buddy to drink the brandy after we smoked the bong.
Dude, smoking a bong with booze in it to begin with is a horrible fucking idea.
It fucked him up, man, and he was like gagging and shit. Like, oh, it's so gross. Like we like hit a lot of weed out of that, so it was just like cake to the bottom, and probably had little bits of weed in it. But he did it, and it was disgusting. And this literally, it was during a school day at maybe like maybe 11 or 12 in the afternoon.
Yeah,
fucking stupid shit I used to do as a kid, man.
Smoke out of that bong for a fucking week solid, and then be like, "Yo, drink that."
I know. Ew. I never did that. But I always hate to get the bong and then fucking go up into your mouth. And, like I start gagging and shit. Mm-hmm. Well, that was fun. I enjoyed this episode. I really want to get into this because it's kind of leading up somewhat to the Halloween season and some weird, strange things that happened in this town of Matoon. We'll go with our theories. I want to think of what I actually think. I was like, I'll just go with aliens because that'd be fun. But I don't know. Maybe it's just someone bored, some kid that's fucking with people, and it's like they just found some gas in their daddy's barn and was like, all right, like let's see what happens. I'm a German. Look at me, mommy. I'm a German.
That was my theory. Just kind of like I'm gonna go real out there on a limb with this one. It's actually a pocket of German sleeper cell agents that were so horribly inept. Because it was Hitler's, get ready for that beep button. It was Hitler's retard division.
I can't do it on your end.
He sent him over to the States. And,
hey, here. You say it again and I'll bleep it and you mute your mic.
Okay. All right. So the problem is that it was a German sleeper cell organization, but it was Hitler's. You know, he just came back out and he's like, I got the gas. Okay, what are we doing? I mixed it up like he said. He forgot 4 ingredients.
I wonder if he did have a division of Nazis, like, but it would have been an experimental kids. And because I'm just gonna not say the R word anymore on this podcast because no one likes hearing the word. But like I'd be funny if, like, you know how they were doing all these experiments and then just made an army and it's just like what they're marching, like they're like, hey, march, and everyone's marching like the wrong way and they're all looking at each other and don't know what to fucking do.
All of their armbands look like Special Agent Doofy's badge from fucking Scary Movie, where they're just haphazardly cut out and just glued on. Mom said when I wear this armband, you're supposed to respect me like a member of the National Socialist Party. Mom also told you to stop putting peanut butter on your balls and have the dog lick it off.
The first one's great. That's hilarious. Yeah. All right. Well, you know where to find us, www.strangebrewpodcast.com. You can find me on Instagram at The Reptilian. You can find me on TikTok at The Revolutionary Man, at The Reptilian, at Strange Brew Podcast on TikTok. I have many accounts. Who knows? There might be a fifth one if I keep getting shadow banned, but we'll see what happens.
Find me on Instagram at HP Shovecraft. Find me on TikTok as HP Shovecraft. On Twitch, I'm Invader Daggett _TTV. Usually getting some Bloodthirsty Thursdays going when we're rocking out some Drunken Dead by Daylight. And Sundays lately, we've been doing a bunch of D&D streams, which have been received really well. So hope to see y'all in chat. Feel free to tell me to fuck off. And
I'll definitely be getting into that. I really want to do a game of Friday 13th. Just got to find a good day. Even if it's a Friday afternoon, we'll do a live stream on Friday, and we'll keep it up on, because it can stay up on Twitch for a week. So we'll do that for sure, and it'd be fun to get on that. And then, even if it's an afternoon, you guys can't join in. You have 14 days to watch it, and we'll get in on that shit.
Hell yeah!
Awesome.
This was fun.
Peace.
Lytra.
Mad gossip.
Oh Lord, that's stinky.
All right.